Welcome back to the Security++ Bootcamp Vault, Episode 13, Objective 3.4, the last stop in Domain 3, Resilience and Recovery, Fires, Floods, Ransomware, and Dead Data Centers, How Companies Keep Running and How Fast They Come Back. Two little numbers, RTO and RPO, rule this whole topic, and the exam adores them. Let us go. Objective 3.4 says, explain the importance of resilience and recovery in security architecture. Resilience means the hit does not take you down. Recovery means how you get back up when it does. The pieces, high availability, the three site types, capacity planning, testing, backups, and power. And two ruling numbers, RTO, how fast you must recover, and RPO, how much data you can afford to lose. Let us build the survival kit. High availability, the art of two of everything. Load balancing spreads traffic across several servers, so losing one just means the rest absorb its share. Clustering makes servers work as a team, and when a member dies, another takes over instantly. And redundancy runs everywhere underneath. Duplicate power supplies. Mirrored drives with RAID, multiple network paths. The phrase that unlocks these questions is single point of failure. Find the one thing whose death takes everything down, and add a second one, the backup buildings. A hot site is a full copy of your environment, running, with data synced. You can switch over in minutes, and you pay the most. A warm site has the equipment ready, but data gets restored when you arrive. Hours to days, middle price. A cold site is an empty building with power and cooling. Days to weeks, cheapest. And geographic dispersion just means the sites are far enough apart that one disaster cannot hit both. The trade is always money for minutes. The exam gives a budget or a deadline and asks which site fits. The two ruling numbers, RTO, recovery time objective, is how long you can afford to be down. It is a deadline. RPO, recovery point objective, is how much data you can afford to lose, which really means the maximum gap between backups. If you can lose at most 1 hour of transactions, your RPO is 1 hour, and you must back up at least hourly, two smaller clocks. MTBF, mean time between failures, how often something breaks. MTTR, mean time to repair, how fast it gets fixed. Keep RTO and RPO straight, time down versus data lost. The exam tests that line constantly. Checkpoint 1. The business says, we can lose no more than 15 minutes of order data. Which number did they just set? ARTO, BRPO, CMTBF. DMTTR. Is that a statement about downtime or about lost data? Pause now. The answer is BRPO. 15 minutes of order data is a statement about lost data, not downtime. And notice what it forces. If you can only lose 15 minutes, you must capture data at least every 15 minutes, with frequent backups or live replication. RPO statements always convert into a backup frequency. That conversion is a favorite exam move. Backups, the copies that save companies. 3 flavors. A full backup copies everything. An incremental copies changes since any last backup. Small and fast, but you restore the whole chain. A differential copies everything since the last full, bigger each day, but you restore just 2 sets. Keep copies on-site for fast restores and off-site or in the cloud to survive the building fire. Snapshots give instant point-in-time images, and replication keeps a live copy at another site. And the modern rule, at least one copy must be offline or unchangeable, because ransomware hunts connected backups first. Power, because no electrons means no anything. A UPS is a battery bridge. It gives you minutes, enough to ride out a blip or shut systems down cleanly. A generator is the long haul, running for days on fuel, but it needs time to spin up. That is why they pair. The UPS carries the load for the seconds the generator needs to start. The exam asks which one fits a scenario. Seconds to minutes, UPS. Hours to days, generator. Both for anything that truly cannot stop. Testing, because a plan you never tested is a guess. A tabletop exercise talks the disaster through around a table. Cheap, safe, finds the holes in the plan. A simulation runs the drill for real, and a parallel test brings the backup site up alongside production without interrupting anything. And a failover test actually switches production to the backup site. The truest test, and the riskiest. The exam orders them by risk. Tabletop is safest, failover is real, match the company's nerve to the test. Checkpoint 2. Ransomware encrypts the file servers and also the backup drives that were connected to them. Which practice would have saved the backups? A. Differential backups. B. A hot site. C. Offline or immutable copies. D. Load balancing. What could the ransomware not reach? Pause now. The answer is C. Offline or immutable copies. Any backup the server could write to, the ransomware could encrypt. The backup flavor does not matter if every copy was reachable. One copy offline, or stored in a form that cannot be changed, and the company restores and moves on. Connected equals vulnerable. That is the modern backup lesson. The trap list. Trap 1. RTO is how long you are down, RPO is how much data you lose. Wrong answers swap them constantly. Trap 2. Site type by deadline. Minutes means hot, hours to days means warm, weeks and cheap means cold. Trap 3. Incremental copies changes since any last backup, small but with a long restore chain. Differential copies everything since the last full, bigger but restored from just 2 sets. Lock it in. Kill single points of failure with load balancing, clustering, RAID, and doubled power. Hot sites cost the most and recover in minutes, warm in hours, cold in weeks. RTO caps downtime, RPO caps data loss and sets backup frequency. The UPS bridges the seconds until the generator takes over. Test plans from tabletop up to real failover, and keep one backup copy offline or immutable. Domain 3, complete. See you in the monster. Next time, the monster wakes up. Domain 4, security operations. 28% of your exam, 9 episodes. We start with Objective 4.1, securing computing resources, baselines, hardening, wireless security, and mobile management. See you inside the vault.